Hey, we're back with another episode of What's Tea with Tyra. So, for today's episode, it is called Can You Stand the Test? I know I can't sing, but I love New Edition. But that's the name of today's episode. Can you stand the test? And so we're in James chapter 1, verses 2 and 4, and they read, Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Okay, so what is tea? So, what is God talking about here? So, the Lord is basically saying, consider it pure joy when you're going through trials, when you're going through tribulations, when you're going through unfavorable situations. He wants you to find joy in that because the faith that you need to get to your desired outcome produces perseverance. And let's go into what perseverance means. So I got the definition here. It means persistent in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So essentially, it's that gap between what you want and when you actually get it. Having faith, that perseverance, that push. And so we get so caught up in wanting to get the outcome, wanting to get the promise, wanting to get whatever it is that our heart desires. The Lord is concerned with the process. Because if we're being real, if I say I want to be a multimillionaire right now, God can literally snap his finger and I'm a multimillionaire just like that. Like it's nothing for him to give us anything our hearts desire or more. But what he's concerned with is who we become in the process of obtaining what our hearts desire. He wants to focus on who we are becoming, how we becoming transformed by the renewing of our mind. Not necessarily the promise of the new house or the new car or the marriage or the baby or whatever it is that you're believing God for. It's the faith of believing that God can do it that really pushes God. And he's like, all right, they really, putting in the work. They really believe I can do this. That is what God is moved by. And so it reminds me of the story of Peter. So when Peter was out all night fishing, trying to get fish, like he kept throwing his nets out and nothing was happening. And so in that story, he's throwing his nets, nothing's happening. And Jesus was like, throw it on the other side of the boat. I know Peter probably was like, now I done throw it on front, back, side, ain't nothing happening. Jesus like, it's not happening. I already did it before. He could have been stubborn. He could have left his boat out there and said, you know what? I'm done. I done did this all night. I ain't got no fish. Nothing is happening. I'm about to go ahead and call it quits. He could have just let go. But he kept pushing. He kept going. He stayed out there all night, casting his net. Even though he wasn't getting none, he continued to cast his net. And he was obedient and listened to the Lord when the Lord said, throw your net on the other side of the boat. And so overall, what I'm saying here is find trust in the Lord in the process. Have faith to know that what God said he meant. And even though the process may be unfavorable, even though you're getting tested and you're going through trials and whatever the case may be, know that God is going to get you to that desired outcome, but he is much more concerned with the person you become in the process, what you develop in the process, the perseverance you develop in the process, how your faith grows through the process, knowing that if God said it, he's going to do it and he has your back and he's going to make sure if he said it, it's going to come to pass. His word cannot return void. So just trust God, find joy in the process and have faith. And that's what's tea. So as always, be thankful, grateful, humbled, and blessed. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.